988 is a helpful resource for those who are in need, who are in a crisis, who need to talk to someone, who are dealing with emotions, mental health diagnosis, who actually need to connect with someone to help them. It's a vital resource to our community. With my second pregnancy, I was dealing with a lot, crying. I didn't understand. Things were constantly triggering me. I was extremely depressed. I attempted suicide with my being full pregnant. So my doctor, as a OB, she didn't know what to do. And so I think that in her practice, she humbled herself. She humbled herself for me. And I think my life meant something to her. And she called the crisis line for help. And that was the best thing she could have done. Because she could have just put me on pills, and she could have signed for me to be hospitalized. I was able to be introduced to a crisis line that would offer more support and resources that were familiar with people that are suffering with the diagnosis. So my diagnosis is bipolar and severe depression. I also deal with severe anxiety. I've been living with this since I was a teenager, undiagnosed. I was able to start healing from all the past trauma.
What we've seen recently, since 988 started a year ago, is just an overall increase in volume. Typically, it is 600 to up to 1,000 calls a day.
I think with 988, as we're able to promote that and build out that network, that becomes the easy button. So it doesn't matter if I live in rural Georgia or metro Atlanta, or some other parts of the country. I can pick up the phone and call 988, and I can access someone who is trained and dedicated to serving me and folks who are in need. And I think that is a game changer.
So the 988 rollout has been revolutionary, really, in crisis services, because there is a direct link between a person who is experiencing a behavioral health crisis and accessing care and getting the help that they need.
I got involved in this type of work because I wanted to help people. When you call 988, the person that you can expect to get on the other line is someone licensed, first of all, but also someone caring, someone compassionate, someone who is trained to handle these types of situations, and someone who has probably had their own experience with these types of situations.
This way I like to, share with them that I'm glad that they were able to call. It definitely takes a lot of courage to reach out to call for help. And so, I would just let them know that, hey, there's always some person at the other end of the line. So it's not, just going to be, well, there's no hope. I might as well just keep it to myself. There's always someone that's going to answer.
We're seeing more people calling from rural parts of the state per capita than we are from the metro areas, which tells me that there is such a need out in our rural parts of the state. And I would tell folks that it's okay not to be okay, that all of us at different times in our lives have different stressors that create mental health issues for us.
The 988 hotline is not just for somebody who is having a hard time or who is personally at risk. It's also available for somebody who might be seeking resources for someone they know who is at risk.
I believe that recovery is possible for anybody if you have the right support, and the right support is needed. it helped me. My kids have a mom. My husband has a wife. My mom has a daughter. They don't have to visit me in a cemetery. That wasn't the end of my story. And because I was given that support, I want to fight for that support for other people. We're not alone. It's important for people to know about 988 because it's going to save a life like me. That's what 988 does. It holds someone's hand, and so many people suffering in silence. So I'm looking forward to more year anniversaries of 988.